All right. What's up? We're all set up. It's Friday night. We're inside playing video games. I was gonna stream for a little bit yesterday, but then I hit the wrong button, so I didn't even start the stream, unfortunately. So I just fast traveled to Novak, and I'm gonna start making my way down to talk to Caesar here. I feel like I'm a little underleveled, to be honest, or at least underleveled in combat skills. We get back on the road. Maybe that's my issue here. I really need to find a doctor, to be honest. I may or may not be addicted to beer and drugs. Being addicted to drugs isn't as big a deal in Fallout as it is to real life, as it is in real life. Huh. I don't know, it might be more worth the trade-off more. You know, like a little thing came up after you got addicted to drugs, and it was like you're losing you're losing out in these stats. suffering from beer withdrawal. Well, my character is anyway. Are you a
Halt!
leasing guy?
What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider? You wear the mark of Ceasar. You must be who Cursor Lucullus is waiting for. You may continue, but be warned. Mark or no, we will not tolerate aggressive action by visitors in the camp.
Watch yourself, profligate.
Alright, we got our location. We go. I need to go hit a doctor real quick. Where's that kid at? I still need to buy that gun off.
Looking for a fix, man? I got what you need. Have a look, baby.
You only got 3 jet on you? Pathetic.
Another satisfied customer. Till now.
Someone entered the Lucky 38. That's never happened before.
Hi. If you're looking for medical help, try the other doctors. I'm just a researcher. Not even a particularly good one. Oh, you know, finding alternative treatments for common illnesses and injuries. Stim packs out of barrel cacti and other fantastic improbabilities. As far as fruitless wastes of time go, it's quite noble in its aims. For the past 100 years or so, the followers have managed to get by using salvaged medical supplies from the old world. But the side effect of medical success is that more people live longer. Funny how that works. Eventually, we'll run out of hospitals to loot. We need new ways to produce those supplies, or maybe old ways if this research goes anywhere. I'm enthusiastic about helping people, but nihil novi sub sole. Caesar can cite Cato to suit his purpose. Many people have spoken Latin. Some of them were quite pleasant. It's unfortunate that the language is now associated with the gentleman across the river. Not from the Legion, if that's what you're getting at. Books, sheet music, gladiator movie holotapes, bits and pieces here and there. The followers have extensive libraries, but we all draw water from the same old well. Even Caesar. I don't know anything that the others couldn't tell you. Caesar was one of the followers. Before my time, of course. He wanted to rebuild the new world in the image of the old. A sad story of good intentions gone bad. In that regard, he's hardly unique. If you set aside his leadership capabilities, extensive knowledge, and ruthless cunning, he's just another jerk who steps on people to get his way. Oh, sorry. There's nothing new under the sun. If Agave and Mesquite were that miraculous, the locals would have figured it out a few thousand years ago. Certainly. Not all followers are people persons. Besides, someone needs to do research. I have no problem with Julie sticking me back here. Out of sight, out of mind. There are worse things one can be, though I do admit it is a bit boring. Though it has a noble goal, I don't think this research will yield much fruit. No pun intended. No offense intended, but why should I go anywhere with you? That seems appropriately resolute and yet vague. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and go with you, but let me be clear about something. If you plan to help Caesar's Legion, this is going to be a brief relationship. I may not have all the answers for how to fix Freeside's problems, but Caesar taking control isn't part of the solution. Fair? There's something about that robot that doesn't seem all right to me. I'm not saying we shouldn't take it with us. I'm just saying that if it were to fall into Lake Mead and be irreparably damaged, and if you threw an EMP grenade in after
This
it,
dude is gonna hate
well, there are
me,
worse
so I'm
things
about to
happening
go
in the world,
across the
right?
river and talk to Caesar because I need to get in somewhere. This dude, I have to go talk to Caesar right now. I was just trying to find a doctor, but this dude is actually a follower, like a companion. But he doesn't like my robot, and I literally have to go to the Legion, and he said that's his only hang up is that he won't associate with the Legion. Yeah.
It just seems a little twitchy. Some of these robots, you look at them the wrong way, don't screw in a vacuum tube right. The next thing you know, you're a pile of ash on the floor and someone's stepping out of a vertibird to sweep your remains into a Nuka-Cola bottle. Does it? Does it? What's up? Oh, I thought my charm could win you over, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. You sure you want me to go? Back to the tomb, I suppose. If you need me, etc.
Well, I can go talk to him at my crib. Where's all the fucking doctors?
Howdy. Goodbye.
Fuck you, then.
That is one battered eyebot. It's a miracle.
I guess I could have just went back to Good Spring.
Well, it's still functioning.
After I talk to the Legion and do some other stuff, I kind of want to go find the Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo's character in here. Can't remember his name, but he's a ghoul. Voiced by Danny Trejo, and you get him as a companion. He's a mechanic that used to be a gunslinger. I think that's pretty cool.
How are you holding up? Don't look like nothing too serious. Let me patch you up.
Oh, wait.
How are you holding up? Sure, I can help you out. Okay. All done. Sure, I can help you out. Okay. All done.
Alright. We don't have radiation poisoning and we're not addicted to drugs anymore. Let's go. It's that easy. Go with Christ spray. Thanks, baby. Alright, let's go talk to a genocidal maniac. With a brain tumor. Does look pretty cool over here, though.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver? I am Ceasar Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go? You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Ceasar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Ceasar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor. All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough. You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Ceasar to take such an interest. The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Ceasar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now. Alcohol and all chems, including stims and other addictive items. I know not why Ceasar would wish to speak with such a physically inferior whelp, but I will allow this one exception. You may bear Caesar's mark, but do not attempt to share any of your medicine with anyone in the fort. Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Awe, true to Ceasar.
It should be like on top of the fridge. Or something. On top of the fridge. Or something. Gooby was trying to eat them like right before bed last night. Oh. Let me get it. This is Caesar's Legion. We're about to go meet the leader of the what most people would consider the evil faction. But they have their own points too, because they're like
Hi. How are you today?
they're kind of like a
Okay, I
brutalist
guess.
society.
Hi. How are you
Run
today?
faster, or I will throw you off the side.
We got 'em. They modeled themselves after the Roman Empire.
Our way, true to Ceasar. You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside. You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Our way, true to Ceasar.
So I finally get to meet the courier who's accomplished so much in so little time. That's why I summoned you here, right? I mean, a man nearly kills you, and your response is to track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat? You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it? Then something happens to Mr. House's robot, some kind of military upgrade? When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started? The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching. I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile. Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye. We'll talk again when you've destroyed whatever is down in that bunker. Not before.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again. Our way, true to Ceasar.
Ceasar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him. Ceasar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Our way, true to Ceasar.
I see you reached your destination safely. Shall we get to work? As you know, the Platinum chip upgrades my Securitron's operating software. Well, there's an army of them here. The Securitrons policing the Strip are a fraction of the total number manufactured. The rest I stored here. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at. My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order. The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself. Good. I won't hold you up any longer.
Do not attempt to flee. Justice will be administered swiftly and... Barely. A lawful use...
It's been a minute since I've had to do the computer. These ones are hard. Prosperity. 1 at 10. I don't like that. I guess because they're longer, it almost makes it either. So can't prosperity, can't be productive. It can't. Commission is 5. And we turn this into a cakewalk. I should have brought Danny's right up.
Move along, please. Move along, please.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind.
You've carried out Ceasar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again.
Do I just bail on these guys? A quick take. Why not hit the quick take?
Wale.
Yeah, Edie's with me.
Our way, true to Ceasar.
What, do I just lie to Caesar?
You've carried out Ceasar's will. You're free to leave.
You must enter Ceasar's tent alone. Anyone else must...
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you. What did you want to know? My Praetorians embody the martial ideals of my legion. Each one of them has done enough conquering and killing to deserve the rank of Centurion. Instead, I invited them to join my guard. So the invitee chooses whichever current guard he thinks is weakest and challenges him. The fight is to the death. It keeps them from getting complacent. Lucius has been the head of my guard for 5 years now. He was a subordinate guard for 8 before that. No invitee has dared to challenge him yet. Maybe it's an issue of respect. He is getting on in years. What else did you want to know? Wulpes is the best of my frumentari, a remarkable individual from an unremarkable tribe south of the Utah. He was brought into the Legion as a boy, survived training, fought well enough as a legionary to be promoted to the rank of Decanus. Then in battle against an unimportant tribe, he broke ranks and led his contubernium through a hole in their defenses to capture its chieftain. Well, his Centurion wanted him crucified for disobedience, so I made him a frumentari. Whatever I require, infiltration, assassination, dramatic atrocities to break the spirit of the enemy, etc. They're mentally flexible. They operate behind enemy lines for extended periods, imitating the enemy's customs without becoming sullied. In all these things, Wulpes is a master. What else, then? Complete your mission, then return to me.
Wait, I wasn't done talking to you.
Until Mr. House has been dealt with, you and I have nothing to talk about.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the...
I almost forgot Edie.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man.
Awe. True to Ceasar.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Awe, are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove? Very well.
Alright, that was pretty good progress. I'm very tired. Go to bed here. Check on bed. Good night, everybody.